Hey, this is what I do for my melasma. It covers it pretty good. Um, I mean, it's better than over-the-counter stuff. I've already cleansed my face. I put on moisturizer and sunscreen. Oh, and my sunscreen is, I use this sunscreen. It's backwards, but it's the Elta MD for hyperpigmentation, rosacea. It's really, really good. I really like it. And then also this, if you're going to go like to the river, or to the lake, or it's 50 SP. It's really, really good. It's got zinc and all that good time stuff in it. Okay, so I cleanse my face, put all that on, and then I always put on a primer. And I've been trying primers forever, and this is the only one that I really like. So it's primer oil free. It's really good, and it's not super expensive. It's really reasonable, and I just use about that much. So I'm just going to kind of pat it around. You know, everybody knows how to put this stuff on. Just smear around. Okay. Alrighty. Then I always wash my hands because you never know. Okay. So after that dries really good, I always put on a cover up. If you have melasma, you have to have a cover up. And I like this Estee Lauder Double Wear Radiant Concealer. That's what I like. It's a little thick, but I really like it. And then I use this cosmetic brush. It's got the end for the concealer, and then this is for the foundation part. This is a wonder brush. I'm telling you. It is called Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection. Oop, it's a little blurry. But I love this brush. I've tried many brushes, and this is not very expensive neither, so that's why I like it. Okay, so we're going to I have melasma really bad right here, as you can see. And here my cheeks are pretty bad. So I just kind of dab a little bit on there, maybe, wherever. But this doesn't take very much of this. And then here's your little brush. Just kind of pat it. I pat more so around the melasma part than I rub to kind of thin out the the cover up. Got a little thing there. Just kind of, and I love my handy dandy mirror thing. I love it. I'll go ahead and do it in this so you can kind of see a little bit better. That I don't think is melasma. I think that's age spots because I am getting up there in age. This just kind of lessens the brown so much. It doesn't 100% cover it up. But, I mean, you could just go with this and a little bit of powder. I mean, I've done that before. It does help enough where you could get away with that if you don't want to use a whole big old thing of, makeup and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So, see, that's pretty good. I mean, I lightened it up quite a bit. Not so much here, but that's really dark right through there. Okay. I will put another thing of that on later. So, now, for my foundation, I've tried a million. And this one is the only one that I've found that helps with the covering of the melasma. Now, it's a little on the high side. It's like $42 for this, but it only takes about a pea size if you have a good brush. If you don't have a good brush, it takes more because it's really thick. So you need a really good brush to be able to rub it around everywhere. I got a fan blowing and it's blowing my hair everywhere. So it's worth a try. It comes in tons of different colors, but make sure it's the Double Wear in the blue tube. There's another Double Wear in a glass, and it's not as good as this one. So, and I have a little makeup thing I use. This is really handy. It's a little paint palette, and I put a little dab of it in here, and then I can roll it around with my brush, and it just spreads it on better. Little tip. Alrighty. So this is as much as I use. You see that little pea size? And I'll just pounce it on my brush and I roll it around in the little thing here. And then I do half of my face. So I'm going to just kind of blotch it around a little bit heavier in the areas that I have the melasma. Okay, then I'm just going to kind of blend it all in really good. Here I don't really blend too much, I just kind of pat around the melasma area and then kind of blend it in as you go there. Kind of hard to see in this phone. Huh. Okay. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this anyway, so I just thought this might help some people that are new to this, because I have had melasma for several years, probably about 10, 15 years, so I've been dealing with it for a long time. Okay, so you can see the difference. No makeup, makeup. No makeup, makeup. Okay. Now the rest of it, I'm just going to kind of blend it around in my little handy dandy paint palette. And I always kind of get, you're always going to have creases. I don't care. Makeup says won't crease. It's bullcrap. All makeup creases. It doesn't matter what it is. It's going to crease. If you have wrinkles, it's getting in the wrinkles. So I do try to rub a little bit more so, because I have little laugh lines, what I'm going to call them, right here. And actually I have a couple right through here. So I'll kind of try to blend up just a little bit more so. Just so it's not as bad. And do blend down. I've seen too many women that stop right here. Just take your excess and just kind of brush it up, you know, into your hairline and whatever. That's what I do. I mean, I'm not an expert, but okay. Let me see. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay. Sorry about this fan. I get hot flashes easily. Okay. So, see, it's not too bad. You know, it's on the thicker side. I mean, you can tell you're wearing makeup. It's definitely not a natural look. But, you know, it's that or melasma. Okay, so I do just a little tiny bit. Wherever I might see. Actually, I don't see a whole lot. A little bit right here. Maybe them cheeks are kind of hard. Maybe a little bit right there. Then I will take the big end of that and I just kind of blend it in with my makeup just a little bit, kind of. And you will put blush, or I do, up here, so it does help a little bit. Kind of don't have to wear as much blush. It's kind of nice. Okay. And if you're like me, right here, the makeup will like sweat, or when I get hot, it tends to kind of ball up there. So I kind of really try to not put a whole lot there. When I'm done, I try to get it all kind of out there that I can, so it's not so in your face. Okay, and that's foundation. That's my base. Okay, so now I always use setting powder, and I like Elf. It's inexpensive and it works really well, but I have a subscription to Ipsy. Is it Ipsy? Ipsy? And I got this the other day. I don't really know. It's Extraordinary Translucent Powder. I actually really like this, so I think I might start buying it. I like it a lot. So just kind of, and then I use, where's my brush? I use a nice big fluffy, this is just an Elf complexion brush, but I use it for powder. It's just easier. So I put, you know, you can just kind of dab it on a little bit. I used to use a powder puff, and it would put too much of it on, and then it started to get looking cakey after it settles for a while. So now I've just been using this just a little brush to kind of brush it on, and it really helps it a lot. It doesn't get too thick. For me, anyway. Like I said, this is just my thing. Okay. Okay, now, this kind of where my melasma stuff is. Okay. Now, the bad thing about using powder is it's everywhere. When you're done, I just kind of wipe any excess powder off my eyelashes. I don't really pull them. I just kind of roll them around in the wet rag. Just kind of get a little bit of that off. Okay. And then I'll take my eyebrow brush, which is just, actually I got this from Ipsy too. It's a, yeah, I like it. But, you know, eyebrow brush is eyebrow brush. Elf has them. Walmart, cheap, and they're just as good. But I like this one. It was kind of cool. I try to get a new one ever so often. And it's got the little, which I love these little things here. It's good for mistakes and stuff. Okay, so now I'm ready for, what am I ready for? I don't blush. I don't use a whole lot of blush colors. I got this from Ipsy too. Ofra, O-F-R-A bronzer. And I really like this because my face is a little full. I'm a little overweight. Well, a lot overweight. But I like this because I can kind of use it as a contour. Oh, that brush is wet. I can use it as a contour. Brushes. How did my brush get wet? Okay. With a contour, you know, to kind of make you, you know, the little tricks, make you look thinner, you know, so you don't have to go around looking like a duck face. Well, just kind of, there we go. Just a little bit, just enough to, and then, well, I was going to do my nose, because I always feel like I have a, kind of a large nose for my face, but I don't know if it helps, but it makes me feel like it does. And then my jowls are a little bit fluffy. Double chin. Make it look like a half of one, maybe. Okay. Now, after that, I take, oh, this brush, by the way, I love it. It's a blush brush. And Ipsy. I love Ipsy. Y'all got to get Ipsy. What is it called? SHAINAB from Miami. I don't know, but I really like the brush, and it's a really cool looking brush too. Okay, and then I just take my blush brush, another Ipsy blessing, cheek blender by Farrah. I use it for my blush, but I use this for blush. I just kind of, this one's wet too. I must have got some water in my brushes. And then just kind of, just a little bit of dab here and a little dab there. A little dab will do ya. Okay. Now, if you want, you can do highlighter. I have several different highlighters. This one is Ipsy, little Ipsy pack, little one. It's real pretty. It's kind of a goldish, it's more gold. That other one was more bronze. So I kind of like the difference in the shades. And when I do highlighter, I use a little fan brush. This is just this is little elf dollar fan brush. And I just kind of, I don't know if that's how you do it, but that's what I do. And then I put, look on my nose. If you want, you can put a little bit right there, but I got that little dimple. Okay. Now, what's next? Oh, my eyebrows. I don't like to go anywhere without eyebrows, just because you can see how sparse they are. See how they're not so great. And I just use this brow, what is it? Brow Stylist Definer from, is it L'Oreal? Yeah. That's what I use. I got the little brush on the end, and I like it because it's one of those retractable ones where it's not so thick. Because I don't like it real thick. And you can go heavy, ooh, make a statement, but I usually just like to kind of, and I got to use this mirror over here because I can't see without my glasses. I just kind of like to fill it in a little bit, and then I'll use this my little Ipsy finder there, my little Ipsy brush. and just kind of just fill it in a little bit. That's one reason why I like this brush too, is, or this eyeliner, is because you can just put a little bit on and then just kind of brush it out. And see, look the difference. See, it looks, you know, more natural, not so in your face. Of course, if you go to a salon, you can get a better, you know, you can get your eyebrows done where you don't have to probably mess with all this, but I'm not paying to have my eyebrows done. I'll do them myself. Okay. Now, the thing is trying to get them even. That's always a chore. I can't never get them to look even. Does it look pretty good? Look alright? Does it look even? Straight? Okay, I think straight enough. I always come back and redo it anyway, or touch it up after I get everything else on. Okay, eyeshadow. I don't wear a lot of eyeshadow, but I've been getting a ton of stuff from Ipsy. So, I'm going to try some of this Ipsy stuff that I have. I have a ton of it, like I said. I just got this one. Is this the one? Yeah, this one's pretty. It's this Maelle with the little dots over the top. It's a really pretty palette. I've used it a couple times. It's real pretty. It's more so of the neutral bronzy. These are more of the shine, a little bit of shimmer, and then these are more of a matte here. I just kind of mix them up. And I never use these. I don't know who ever uses these. Cosmetic companies, this is a waste of money, in my opinion. I don't think anybody uses these because they don't work very good. As you can see, I tried, and they just don't. They're crappy. I usually end up throwing them away. Okay, so I have several little brushes. Sorry about that. Several brushes I got from Ipsy that I love. I always try to get as many brushes from them as I can because I really, really like them. These three are the ones I use, these three the most. This is for my lid, for the crease, and for the brow line up here at the top. And I love this pink glitter one. Isn't that pretty? It's got diamonds on it. This is my favorite one. This one is Aminglam. I don't know. I'm from Missouri. I can't read that stuff. Okay, and then this one is Firma. You can see that? Blurry. But it's a nice little brush. And then this one is kind of fancy. This is a Farrah. I have the other Farrah. This is the other Farrah that I have that I use for my... I haven't really used this yet. This is a good pouncer brush, but this is another Farrah. Okay, so my brow, or the lid line. These are all wet. I must have poured some water in them on accident, or slung water. Okay. So, I'm having technical difficulties. Okay. Now, use for my lid. I don't know. I don't like to go very dark on my lid just because my eye, I don't have much, you can't see a whole lot of my lid. So I don't want to go too dark on my lid. Just a little bit of color. Not much. You probably won't even be able to see this in this film because of the color. Not very dark. Just gives me a little bit of color. I do, however, like to go a little bit darker in the crease. Just a little bit. And I just kind of roll it around and do. Everybody's eyes are a little bit different. Sometimes you can't use the crease color because you don't have a crease. You can't see it. So, I mean, just depends. Like my mom's eyes, they're a little bit further back, this part here. So you can't really even see any of that when she puts it on. And I just kind of roll it around because I'm going to blend all this in anyway. It looks a little dark right now, but it won't be when I'm done. This is good eyeshadow, good pigment. Doesn't require a whole lot. And I do have to wear more because I wear glasses. So you can't, like, this is a lot for daytime with no glasses, but I have glasses, so you have to kind of wear a little bit more. But I'm going to blend it all in here in a minute. This is the lighter color for the brow line. I like to do a little bit lighter. Okay. Usually I would have put this on actually before I put on my brow pencil, but I forgot. Okay, so now I have, this is just a generic e.l.f. brush, and it's nice and big, so I just kind of use it to just kind of blend a little bit. That's what I do. See, it's a lot, not as dark. And that way, if you mess up or whatever, whoops, then you can always just kind of, you know, go back in and blending, blending, blending. That's the key. Yeah, not too bad. What do you think? Okay. And I always just do this, just because sometimes I get a little dust from the eyeshadow underneath, so I just kind of, I want to kind of get that away a little bit, because my eyes are dark enough as it is. Okay, kind of brush, make sure that there's no powder anywhere there. Okay, cool beans. All right, done. Oh, and I wanted to show you too, I got this from Ipsy, and I love these. It's called Fruit Sorbet. This is great for the summer. Look. Aren't those pretty? I think they're so neat. Okay. Now, I usually do a little bit of eyeliner on the top, but older you get, the worse your eyelashes get. So I've been trying to kind of steer away from so much of the top eyeliner, because it kind of takes away from my eyelashes. So I have a couple of different kinds of mascara here. This is just your over-the-counter Maybelline Mega Plump Volume, whatever. And then there's this Colossal Big Shots. These are pretty good. I actually got this in my Ipsy bag. And actually I got this free when I bought my It primer. It's their new It Lash Blowout. And I really like this. I think I'm going to start buying this. I've been using it and I like this a lot. So I'm going to use this today. And I always use eyelash curler. When you have glasses, sometimes it's better to curl them up, because if they stick out, then they'll hit your glasses, and that's irritating. Okay, and I just go, you know, I just stick it on here. Try to anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know how long you're supposed to do it, but I just did a second or so, a few seconds. And then, good thing about this, and I have to use this mirror because I can't see. Good thing about this mascara is you can put a coat on, let it dry, and you can put as much as you want, and it doesn't, it's not brittle or crinkly, and I haven't seen or noticed that it flakes. And I know a lot of mascaras will flake if you put like a lot on. So this one is pretty good. I like it. So I'm definitely gonna order more of this. It Lash Blowout. You can probably get it too at Ulta or wherever, but I'm sure it's the same price. I don't think they can up prices. Oh, and you can get that Estee Lauder. This and the cover up, you can get it at Ulta as well. You can get it at Macy's, has it, or online through Ulta. If you go, online through Estee Lauder. If you do get it at Estee Lauder and order it online, they give you points that you can earn for more, to put on towards more products. That's really the only stuff I buy from Estee Lauder. I have tried a lot of their stuff, a lot of lipsticks and different things. But so this is pretty, I like this stuff. It's pretty good. It doesn't make you feel like you've got, spider eyes or anything. And like I said, you can just keep putting it on for however thickness you want it to be. But I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? Okay. I'm only going to get my medicine at Walgreens today. I don't know why I'm all gussying up here, but alrighty. So, did I forget it? Oh, I don't wear a lot of lipstick. I like it. I think it's pretty, but I have to wear it sometimes because my lips are almost the same color as my skin. So, I actually bought, let me see if I still have it. I bought one. over the counter. I mean, you can get tons of different kinds. But this one is Rimmel. Rimmel. And it's called Punch. What's it called? Punch, Pink a Punch. Pink a Punch. Pink a Punch. It's 110. I used to wear this a lot when I worked in Texas at a school. And everybody said that this was my color. Oh my gosh, that's your color. It's so good. So, you know, they probably know more about it than I do. So I'm going to put some of this on. I got to use this mirror. Sorry. It doesn't take much. And this stuff does last a while. I've eaten and drank most of the day with it on. And it doesn't come off. It's good. It stays on. What do you think? Is that my color? Okay, I do want to blot it though. Just because. Yeah, Grandma, Mom always told you that to do that. Okay. My hair, we're not messing with it today. So anyway. Melasma. That's an age spot. That's not my, I don't know. It might be melasma, but I think it's covered pretty good. And then I'll come back in with my this powder or my e.l.f. I usually carry some of this in my purse with a brush and just kind of, you know, just sometimes your makeup will get a little moist, I guess, especially if you live in Missouri where the humidity is like 98% all the time. You have to freshen up a little bit. But I do dab with some of those oil wipes real quick just to get any of the oil off. Because that's what makes your makeup cakey if you keep putting stuff over and over and over. So, anyway, that's what I do for my melasma. I hope this helps the newbies out there that might need some help. Thanks.